All right, thanks Ryan for taking the time to join me and have this conversation with me today, man. So for the person watching this video, if you could just share your name, where you live at, and what your farm operation looks like.
I'm Ryan Selzer. We live in kind of southwest, south central Kansas. We farm and then got a little starting yard. We basically wheat, milo, feed, what we raise, and kind of about it. Farm with my dad, wife, 2 kids, so
Yeah, kind of
all that stuff.
same as everybody else. So you joined. So let's see, you joined Legacy Farmer end of last year, right?
Yeah, I think around 1st December.
Yeah, perfect. Well, so first question is what was not working in life and business prior to joining Legacy Farmer? What were the real reasons you came in?
Oh, what I was looking for was what wasn't working for me, I guess, was it was just time. You didn't have enough time. I was my grunt, I'd go out and do the work, and then so you could work forever, and had no free time, no family time, nothing like that. And come in from a day, put a day in, but you didn't get nothing done. I didn't know how to prioritize. I didn't know how to do that stuff, the
Yeah.
time management part.
Yeah. Would you say you were more stuck working in the business rather than really like working on the business?
100%. Yep.
How did you feel like that impacted you mentally? Did you feel like it just like was chaos up here and just stressful nonstop?
Yeah, decision making was difficult. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know right from wrong. It was just, that's what we did. This is what we do, so go do it. And there's no the reason behind it was that's what you did before. There wasn't any logical thinking to it. It was just go do it, and then that's it.
I get it. I get it. Well, did you feel like, the stress of the business kind of took a toll on you showing up as a husband or a father, just on your relationship with Tori at home?
Oh, I don't know if it's so much stress, but it's just, yeah, there's the added stuff. You wasn't doing, you wasn't here, you wasn't doing this, you wasn't doing that, or whatever. You got time to go work or whatever, but you don't have time to do anything else, and it was just kind of the same stuff every day. And
Well, and the thing is, man, is like for guys like you and me, when a wife says that to us, that pierces through all the bullshit, that pierces through all the cover, like that'll make you feel 2 inches tall pretty darn quick.
right, and before it was just her, before we had kids, so yeah, wasn't she'd come out or whatever, it wasn't no big deal. It was, but whatever. But now that you have kids running around and stuff, it's a little different, and just needed my time back, or needed some time.
It's not just a little different; it's a lot
It's
different.
like, yeah, exactly.
Okay, perfect. Well, so what was the biggest thing you noticed change for you personally or business in life once you joined Legacy Farmer?
I got I learned how to manage time. I learned, prioritize stuff. You didn't need to get everything done in one day. It was just basically the simple stuff in business that I had no idea how to do. Just time management, and that's one thing that, of course, you manage your time. Well, shoot, then you have more free time. Then you can number one, number two, number three. And get them knocked out, and of course that fed into your business part of making decisions better and what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad. And
Yeah.
all goes together. But yeah.
There's finally some strategic game plan around your days and your weeks and your months, and it's not just flying by the seat of your pants and shooting from the hip. And through doing that, I would say, from the progression I've seen with Ryan, is he like no longer is making emotional decisions at all. Like everything is thought out. You use the tools, you work through, and you're pretty strategic around what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Correct. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, so out of everything that we do inside of Legacy Farmer, right? We got the trainings, coaching calls, the tools, the resources, those types of things. What would you say is your favorite thing about Legacy Farmer?
The calls, for sure. There's the ag industry's huge, and there's a lot of people in here that just, they've got all sorts of different farm operations. And, but as a business picture, whatever business model, those, you can learn the do's and don'ts of stuff, just looking at it from a higher up view. It's something that he did that was worked well, or wasn't the thing to do,
Yeah.
You can learn through somebody else's mistakes, and that's a weekly deal, twice a week. There's many different times that you can see other people's mistakes or positives, and that helps out a bunch when you don't have to learn those lessons.
Well, and that's the thing is when you don't have to learn those lessons, because those are massive financial mistakes that they're talking about.
Yeah, and any mistake now, it's not just, well, you'll recoup it here in just a little bit. It's big dollars, and
Yeah.
big dollars are hard to come by farming. So
There's no small mistakes on the farm.
exactly, yeah.
So, and that's what I try to get people to see too, man, is just the value in having that network and being able to listen to other people's hot seats, their challenges, their mistakes, and just how financially valuable that is to somebody going forward. Because let's say Ryan came in and all he heard was, about one person's $200,000 mistake. And let's say that's the only piece of content you ever heard. Well, 3 years from now, if you face that same decision, I want Ryan to think back to, oh, so-and-so was talking about that on the coaching call. I'm faced with the same predicament right now. I'm not going to do what he did.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, man, so, you're not located too far away from me. So, I'm legit, Legacy Farmer is legit, but for somebody that is literally sitting on the fence about Legacy Farm, let's say they've watched all the videos, listened to the podcast, they're watching this testimonial right now, and they're just sitting on the fence, like wondering, okay, is this for real? Is this legit? And is this for me? What's the one thing Ryan would say to that person?
So everybody has their thoughts or whatever when they do something. And yeah, it costs money to get into this deal, but shoot, I made that back in a matter of minutes, just something that return on investment or whatever, it's fast. I had a business model, I thought, when I showed up in here, and it's fine-tuned and it's working now. And I've night and day difference. And 7-8 months ago since I've been in, already can tell a huge difference. And it's not going to happen overnight by no means, but just you can get a solid business plan. You can get, like you said earlier, the do's and don'ts, and it's not costing a lot of money to learn them. Like you're learning through other people, and it's just there's a lot of value inside it here. There's.
Well, the thing is, man, is I look at all the content we're building and continue to build out, and for you guys with like farmer metrics and entity structure and design and vaults and estate planning and all those things, man, that's the stuff that we should have been taught in school.
Oh, 100%. A lot of this stuff's basic or whatever, not basic, but a lot of the stuff's overlooked. And, here it's not overlooked. You spend your time working on things and working on situations, and it's stuff that you don't think you would need. You're always looking at the business side of stuff. Well, there's a lot more to everything before you get that far, and and I never knew any of that till now, After you get them things figured out, then it's
you get to a point where you can start to wrap your head around everything.
Exactly. Yep.
Hey, this is where we need to be at today, or this is what we need to do. If we take one action here, we need to pay attention how it's going to impact stuff over here. Like literally just wrapping our head around this world of building a business, keeping a marriage on point, raising kids, like just this world of chaos and making sense of it all.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, awesome, man. Well, thanks again for taking the time to do this with me today.
Yep, not a problem.